Welcome back to a battle video. So it's been quite a while, and we're already just diving right into the game. This is one of my first testing trials, whatever you want to call it, with the new Plasma Basics deck. And now there's been a lot of hype with the new Deoxys and Thunderous, and so I've been playing around with it to see if it's legit. I love Kyurem in this deck as well. Kyurem, Thunderous, Deoxys. I've teched in some Absol, I think, from time to time, taken him out, put him back in. And it looks like my opponent is running, I don't know what you call it. It's another version of Plasma Basics. It just used Team Plasma Badge to make their basics Plasma so it can utilize Colress Engine. So now let's get into the actual commentary. So, yeah, he benches a Landorus, which is great against my Kyurem since I've got that weakness advantage. And so right now I'm just utilizing that, burning catchers, bringing the Landorus up to the active position just to put the damage on it and stall for a little while I put some damage on that Cobalion as well. Deoxys is great with these decks because it's adding 10 damage to each of my attacks. So because he's got Team Plasma Badge, if you were to attack with Landorus, it would also increase the damage output by 10 as well, since he's got that beautiful full art Deoxys on the bench. And now I'm just waiting to see what he does. So, there we go. So he attaches. Doesn't look like he has a switch to get back into Cobalion. Cobalion is great against my deck simply because it's going to be discarding my special energy. And right now I don't have a Thunderous to be able to pull them back out. So if he can, if he could get that Cobalion back up in the active position, he would have a huge advantage. But instead, he's just going to be hammerheading. And with the previous damage, he does get a knockout. And it's not looking very good for me. I don't really have much on the field, so I'm going to have to attack with Deoxys. And that's definitely something you want to try to avoid, because if he gets, if you return attacks with his Deoxys, I'm knocked out because of the psychic weakness. So there's really not much I can do. And I don't have the psychic energy. I think I thought that blend that was in my hand was a prism, and it wasn't. So I can't do anything but just pass my turn. So it looks like this might be a relatively quick game, unless I can really draw into something good. So he's putting another Team Plasma Badge on one of those Cobalions. And hits me for 40, but because I played laser, he's been steadily taking damage, 30 damage with the Verbank in play, and so I get a knockout. Now hopefully I'll draw a supporter off of one of these prizes, or something good. I hit a Deoxys, not gonna help, and Thunderous. Okay, and I draw into another Deoxys, so this actually isn't too bad. I'm going to play the two Deoxys, and we're going to have to use a scramble switch to move that energy, as well as switch the active position. So I'm going to, the question is, do I move both energy or just one energy? I think I'm going to move both energy in case I need to use its second attack. And we're going to go ahead and use the laser as well to just put the pressure on and keep more damage on. And I'm going to go ahead and burn that Colress machine, just to try and thin out my deck so that hopefully I draw into a supporter. I'm just kind of checking counts and things, and it doesn't look like, I've really used that much, so we'll see. And then I'm going to use its first attack. And I'm going to get back the Prism energy to put on the Deoxys, getting the Deoxys ready to attack if it needs to. So I get really lucky here, and he flips. Not only do I flip the heads on the sleep foot, the lasers, but he flips tails so he doesn't wake up. So unless he has a switch, and I can't quite tell, I think he's got energy on the Deoxys, but not on the Cobalion. We'll have to see. So Looks like he doesn't have it, so he does wake up, and I hit a Juniper. So this is what I need to really push the game into my favor. And yeah, there we go. Perfect. I've only got 3 Deoxys, I think, in this deck during this video. I was able to get the 4th later on, so we're just going to fill up the bench just to get them out of my hand, because now that I'm starting to gain some speed, I have to worry about the ends that are going to come. So right now, just burning through the cards in my deck to get my field set up is what I want to do. So I go ahead and attack, do 30, and 30 to the bench, and we're going to put one of those plasma in the discard pile onto... where do I want to put it? I'm going to put it on the other Deoxys that doesn't have damage on it, because if he tries to start a Deoxys war, this will get me a little closer. But at this point, while it wasn't looking good for me in the beginning, I've got a really nice prize lead, and I'm dealing a lot of damage. I'm getting an extra 30 for each attack with the 3 Deoxys on the board. I'm spreading the damage. I've been hitting the lasers when I need to. The lasers are really what's been putting that damage on. And he's going to hit a Colress, so he's going to get 7 cards, so that's really nice. And I can't tell what that is. Is that a Trubbish? So very interesting. If he had been able to get the Trubbish upturned too, this could have been a very different, or the Garbodor upturned too, not the Trubbish. But this could have been a very different game. I believe this is a Poketuber, Mr. Burks. I played several games. In fact, we might see a few more up. And he's going to hit me with Righteous Edge and discard my Blend Energy. Luckily, I have a Prism in hand, so I can still keep it up. However, I've only got 2 prizes left. And I think I could take it with Deoxys. Now, I may not see this because I'm not completely sure how much energy he has attached. So, it may only do... Yeah, he does have 2 energy attached. So, that should be game. I'm going to bring up... I don't know how often we're actually going to see Deoxys Wars. But yeah. So, I'm going to burn the energy on the Thundurus to retreat back to my Deoxys, which is nice and ready. And we're going to use Helix Force for 180 for the game. Because I have the Plasma Energy, it does 30 plus 30 more for each energy attached to my opponent, which is 90 times 2 for the Psychic Weakness. So, nice comeback, or not really even a comeback, but just being from a very dead board to blowing up all of a sudden, and that's what Plasma Basics is meant to do. Ideally a little sooner so I don't have to sweat it, but that's the general gist of the deck. So hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more.